boys and girls, babies in your diapers. Welcome to the Tiberius Show with your host, Tiberius Hoy.
That's me, Tiberius. Today, we're going to talk about some very awesome stuff. We have an awesome video game to talk about, a book about a backflipping video game to talk about, a book about a bad kitty, my bonus score report, and we got a totally awesome guest. The one, the only, the amazing Michelle Neal. Michelle is the director of the Blanket Project.
Thank you, Tiberius, for having me here. I'm excited to be here and get to meet you and talk to your audience.
Okay. Today, we're going to start off with a video game of the week, and this is going to be a flip.
And now it's time for the video game of the week.
Today's video game is Backflip Simulator. So this is a game on the Roblox platform. It was made by Outlander Studios. You may know them for making Knives Royale. So this game is a jumping game. You enter the game and you are on an island. You jump in order to get flip points, and when you jump, you also do backflips. So if you keep jumping, you will jump higher and higher. Then you will look up to see what islands floating high up in the sky, as well as other objects. And you would want to get to the first island. So when you are able to jump high enough and get there, you'll see a chest. You click on the chest to open it and receive a lot of jump points. When you get to the next island, you get that chest and you can earn gems. You can use gems to get eggs. When you open an egg, you will get a pet. You can use them to jump higher. Pets will give you a percentage increase of your jump points. You can only have 4 pets. And, well, that's the game. You get to the top, and like most simulator games, you can rebirth to start again. I give Backflip Simulator 10 out of 10 stars because it was really a lot of fun to jump high and have cool pets. I enjoy a lot of simulator games. This one is pretty fun.
Boy, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Oh, yes, it is.
Awesome.
Hey guys, this is TC1, and when I stay in Orlando, I like to stay at the Quality Suites over on International Drive. They are amazing properties, simple rooms in an all-suite hotel with outdoor pool, a restaurant, plus free Wi-Fi and a shuttle. Guys, give them a call at 407-363-0332. They're located at 7400 Canada Ave, Orlando, Florida, 32819.
The Tiberius Show would like to thank one of our dedicated sponsors, Custom Designs Orlando. These guys are on Mills Avenue and do all sorts of stuff, ranging from photo ID badges, engraved signs, custom Braille ADA signs, vinyl lettering, to trophies and awards. They can ship products all over the United States. You can reach them at 407-898-0373. Over 40 years, Lighthouse Central Florida has provided education, independent life skills, and job training to thousands of Central Floridians who live with blindness or any degree of vision loss. Whether it's picking out clothes in the morning or just moving around your community and serving Orange, Seminole, and Osceola counties, contact Lighthouse Central Florida at 407-898-2483 or visit them online at lighthousecfl.org. And now it's time for the book of the week. Bad Kitty does not like video games. This was written by Nick Brule. And let me read to the back of the book. In fact, Michelle, would you like to do the honors?
I'd love to. Kitty wants to play her video game all day. Kitty is not allowed to play her video game all day. Kitty must play and draw and read. Kitty, can Kitty make it through these wretched tasks to get back to her favorite video game?
I don't know.
Let's find out.
This is an Arabic worth 0.5 points, or half a point. This is rated for 1st grade and 5th month. It is a great series about Bad Kitty. This is a new book series, so they may be easy to find. This is like my normal books. This is fiction. Instead, it's more of a kid's book. So Bad Kitty is playing a game. Then the owner takes away the game and says, you have to play outside, draw a picture, and read a book. Then Bad Kitty goes outside and tries to play the game in real life, and then Bad Kitty does a good picture of the game, then she reads a book about bunnies. Now, I won't tell you everything, but this is a great book for a little one that are just learning to read other books. Now I think I need to talk with the parents about the moral of the story. I will tell your kids that the moral of the story is to remember that there are other stuff to do, like play outside, reading a book, and other forms of play besides video games. I do other things like do this radio show and report on the Solar Bears games. I have a bad kitty does not like video games, 10 out of 10 stars, because I enjoyed seeing that other things can be fun, then to have fun doing it.
My nephews, I've been trying to get them to do other things besides video games all week.
You haven't?
I have been trying to. What can I tell them? They're having a hard time not playing video games.
You can take away the video games.
I can.
Then you can tell them to play outside.
Okay.
Read a book.
Okay.
And maybe just a few pictures.
That's a great idea. Thank you for the suggestions.
The Tiberius Show would like to thank one of our awesome sponsors, SlutChannelUS.com. These guys are very, very cool. They bring 21st century surface drainage solutions to reality. They can do corporate and government work. These are the guys that make roads and bridges safe in the rain. You can see all about them at SlutChannelUS.com. That website again is SlutChannelUS.com.
See TiberiusSmithLaw.com.
You can call him at 407-801-2667.
Wait, you are not Chuck.
My dad can help when people get hurt. He loves to help people.
If you are ever injured at work or in a car accident, you should call my friend Chuck.
You can call him at 407-801-2667.
That website again is CWSmithLaw.com.
Offices, Orlando.
Does it actually have that much W's?
And now it's time for an interview of an interesting person. Today's test is going to be so much fun. Today we have the one, the only, the amazing Michelle Neal. Michelle is the director of the Blanket Project.
Thank you. I am so grateful that you were able to have me on your show today and give me the chance to tell people about the Blanket Project.
So first off, how do you enjoy being on the show?
It's been fun.
Okay.
I think you do a great job.
Okay. So to jump right in, you are the director of the Blanket Project. Can you explain what the Blanket Project does?
I can. The Blanket Project makes blankets and gives them to people, usually women and children, who are going through really hard things that have had to leave their homes because of domestic abuse. And that's kind of a heavy topic and has a lot of different parts that go with it. But basically these individuals have lost everything that they own and they've had to leave and they're living in a place called a shelter and they don't have anything. And so we give the blankets to them to kind of help give them something that is theirs, that gives them security and hope.
So what is the abuse?
Abuse is when usually somebody that you're living with, somebody that is family, isn't treating you right. It can be a lot of different things. It can be hitting. It can be calling you names. It can be not letting you do things that are important to you, like going and hanging out with your friends. It can be not letting you have money to buy things that you need. There's a lot of different things that can be in that category of abuse. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So how do you make blankets and give them away?
Well, I enlist or I get the help of lots of people. So this blanket I brought just for you. This is the kinds of blankets that we make. So they're all different. They're all different colors. They have different fringe on them. But you feel that. Can you feel how soft that is? Can you imagine?
For my bed.
Yeah. Can you imagine wrapping that around your body and being warm and feeling comfortable? But yeah, so I get lots of people that come. As a matter of fact, last night I had a group that met. We had 10 young women that came to help from the ages of 7 to 15. And then some ladies that came too. And we sat for an hour and made blankets.
Dang.
So we make lots of blankets that way.
Wow. So how does blankets help people?
Do you have a blanket that's special to you?
Yes.
You do? What's your blanket? Who gave you that blanket?
My mom and dad.
Your mom and dad? How is it special to you?
It's special to me because I can wear it when I'm at my computer, because it's kind of like a jacket. You have pockets like right in the front.
Yeah.
And there's a hoodie.
Awesome.
So it's really cool.
That's an awesome blanket. So blankets, for a lot of people, represent security and comfort. So when I was a little kid, my favorite blanket was made for me by my great grandmother, and I still have it. And that blanket, when I was scared, I would hide under it. Do you ever hide under your blanket when you're scared?
Yes.
Yeah. So blankets, you wrap them around you and they protect you from the things that are scary. And when you're going through hard things, like some of these women and children are going through, it's a hard and scary thing. And a blanket can give them that sense of protection. Yeah. So that's what the Blanket Project is about. Sharing that love and that protection and that security with people.
Yep. So why did you start this program?
Oh, I started this program because when I was married before, I was in a domestic abuse situation. And I know a lot of people who also have gone through that. Excuse me. And it's important to me to know that I can do just a little bit to help those people and help them feel love.
So what is the best part about being the director of your own nonprofit?
Oh, seeing all the people that want to help. That's probably the best thing, because every time I have a project that I've organized, I have lots of people that come to help, and I love, 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 love that.
So what is the hardest part about being the director of your own nonprofit?
The hardest part of being a director of my own nonprofit is probably getting the money to be able to buy the materials, to buy the fabric to make the blankets. Yeah, getting volunteers to make them is easy, but getting the equipment and the tools, that's a challenge. Yeah.
So when you were a kid, what did you want to be when you grew up? Did you always know that you were going to be running a nonprofit?
I didn't always know I was going to run a nonprofit. That actually didn't happen until a couple of months ago. We just started in January. But when I was a kid growing up, I always wanted to be a mom. That's always what I wanted to do. And I have not been able to have children, so I'm not a mom. But through the Blanket Project, I'm able to share that love with other people that I don't have children to give to.
So what is the coolest thing that you have seen while doing this project?
The coolest thing I've seen while doing this project? Oh, okay. I have a friend who is from New Jersey, and she came down to visit her mom who lives in Claremont. And she met me, and we started talking, and I learned that she'd gone through some hard things herself. And so she came to my house, and I showed her how to make blankets. And she took that home, what I taught her, and went back to New Jersey and started her own group in New Jersey making blankets. And that has probably been the coolest thing that I've seen so far.
Wow. So if you were to go back 10 years and tell yourself something, what would it be?
Oh, not to give up, to keep going, and that it's gonna get better, that it will always get better.
So what advice would you give my listeners if they wanted to grow up and run their own nonprofit?
Advice. Oh, find your passion. If you want to run a nonprofit, find something that is important to you. Find, there's lots of things you can do with a nonprofit. I know people that do theater, that have nonprofit theaters. I know people that run animal shelters that rescue animals. I know people that do homeless shelters for people. So people that are going through the hard things. Those are all nonprofits. Lots and lots of different things that people can do. So you find a passion and you want to help people, and then just do it.
Okay, so I saw that you also like to travel in an RV. Can you tell me more about it?
Yes. 2 years ago, my husband and I started traveling in an RV full time. So we don't have a house. our house is on wheels, and our house goes with us wherever we go, and we get to travel around the country. And we actually haven't traveled around the country yet. We started in Utah, and then we moved down here to Florida. But this summer, we're actually going to take it on the road, and we're going to go up the East Coast and go up to New Hampshire and see New York and Ohio. We're just going to see the whole East Coast, and it's just a lot of fun.
Does that mean that it's parked outside because it's on wheels?
It is not parked outside. It's actually parked in a park on the other side of town. But we have a car that we tow behind it. So when we go somewhere, we have a car that is with us. So we drive that around town because it costs a lot of money and gas to drive an RV around.
Yeah. So what makes it so much fun?
I think what makes it fun is partly that I can take my dog wherever I go. She's always with me, and she is my heart. I love my dog. She's special. Her name is Lily, and she's awesome.
So my dad says that you make blankets while watching sci-fi shows. What's your favorite one?
I do. Oh, I have so many favorite sci-fi shows. My favorite right now is Doctor Who. So Doctor Who, I watch Farscape, I watch Star Trek, I watch SG-1 or Stargate. I love all of those shows. Those are my favorites. I can't just pick one.
So you like Star Trek?
I do like Star Trek. Yeah. I actually like all of them.
Oh.
Yeah.
So can I tell you how I got my name?
Absolutely.
We're talking Star Trek.
Kirk? Captain Kirk? Really? That's awesome. That's the best, though. I love it.
Okay. Now can you tell me that one story? Remember, this is a kid's show. But that one story, well, actually you're not supposed to tell me about.
Oh, that one story I'm not supposed to tell you about. Oh my goodness. When I was 14 years old, I was hanging out with my friends, and we liked to just kind of walk around town and walk by the school where the really cute boys would play basketball. And we'd, go check out the boys while we're walking by, just kind of being sneaky about it. And we talked and laughed, and we were having a good time, and there was lots of boys over there playing, and we got past the basketball court, and my friend my friend leans over to me and she says, "Your zipper is down." Can you imagine how embarrassing that was? That is probably the most embarrassing thing ever. All of those cute boys, and my pants are unzipped.
Wow. So is there anything else my listeners should know about you?
I think that your listeners should know that if they have a passion for helping people, or they know people that are in need, that all they need to do is look for opportunities to do good things, to volunteer. If they're looking for something specific, I am a great resource. We can set up I call them blanket parties. I know that's a different term in the military. A blanket party is not a good thing. But for the blanket project, a blanket party, we can be organized so that we can gather their friends together and make blankets for their chosen charity. So whoever they want to donate them to, we can do blankets for them.
Oh. So do you have a website or Facebook for my listeners that want to follow you?
I do. I have a Facebook group. I don't have a website yet, but that will be coming. My Facebook page is the Blanket Project, Inc.
Okay. So what is that one question that you think I forgot to ask you?
How can youth help?
How can youth help?
Youth can help by having their parents contact me, and we can get them together to do a blanket party for their friends. And I know everyone knows somebody that is going through something hard and some kind of domestic abuse. Everybody knows somebody that does, whether they know it for sure or not. But being able to have a way to make something for their friends or other people who are going through those hard things, that is a great opportunity to serve your community and to do good things.
Thank you, Michelle, for being my special guest. Can you stick around for Mask Corners?
Absolutely. I'd love to.
Yay.
Mid-State Fire has been providing top-quality fire equipment services for 3 generations to the Central Florida area. Don't wait for an emergency to repair. Call Mid-State Fire today at 407-246-8855. Get your fire extinguishers and emergency lighting for both your home and businesses by visiting www.midstatefire.com. That number again is 407-246-8855. The Tiberius Show would like to thank Boggy Creek Airboat Adventures for being one of our sponsors. I got to go on an airboat and saw a real gator. I even got to go to the gem mine and mine for some gems. We ate a steak dinner at the restaurant and even got some gator bites. If you want to have a blast with the entire family, I suggest you go to www.bcairboats.com right now. Get your tickets today. The website again is bcairboats.com. Oak Ridge Gun Range is a family-oriented shooting range that has been in business for over 30 years. They specialize in basic firearm training and offer numerous services such as consignments, gun trades, gunsmithing, and concealed weapon classes. I even got my training for gun safety at Oak Ridge Gun Range. Great customer service, and firearm safety is what they do best. So find out more at oakridgegunrange.com.
Are you frustrated with your computer? Tired of waiting for the computer to let you get your work done? Having an IT professional available when you need him can be invaluable to your business. With a Your Computer Solutions monthly service plan, you can enjoy error-free computing and get your tasks done when you want them done. Got a virus or malware warning? Call YCS and let them remotely solve the issue for you. Computer running slow? Give YCS a call and they will remotely fix it. When? Well, right away. On average, our clients are back up and running within 10 minutes of their call. If you want your computer to run smoothly month after month, just get the Your Computer Solutions monthly service plan. Your Computer Solutions is there when you need them. Call us today at 407-826-0810. I repeat, 407-826-0810. Emergency repair when you need it. Call us, 407-826-0810.
Get ready, it's time for the Bowling Score Report!
So this week I got to go bowling and I got a 147, a 102, and a 103 in the final game.
Wow.
I got to play with Giselle and it was a lot of fun. She is very good at bowling. This was my first day of the spring league and we had a lot of players. It was so cool to see so many kids. Really.
That's exciting.
I want to make sure to thank Bullfight for my new awesome bowling shirt. If you want to get a shirt like this one, you need to go to bullfight.com. So, if you want to go bowling with me, be sure to jump at the new spring league at Boardwalk Bowling Saturdays at 10 a.m. in the morning, bros.
Tiberius' favorite subject, it's Math Corners!
Thank you, Michelle, for helping me with Math Corners. Today, we're going to talk about math in blankets. I have been searching Google for how to use math with blankets, and well, there was a lot of websites offering me to sell a blanket with a formula on it, but nothing that talked about the patterns needed to make a good blanket. My dad told me that when I was a baby, he made me a shower curtain and blanket that has lots of numbers on it so that I could practice math when I was in bed. Yeah, cool.
That is cool.
But when you are making a blanket, you have to have the size of it in mind, and you have to know how much material was needed to make it. And well, all of that is math. So I remember how to get the area of a square or rectangle, which means we could get the area of a blanket. That could tell us how much material that was needed to make it. Most blankets are 80 inches wide and 90 inches long, making it 7,200 square inches. For the little ones, you have to do the 8 times 9 and add the 2 zeros to get 7,200. But don't forget to include which unit is the square inches. Now you know how much material you need to get an average size blanket. So Michelle, how else do you use math with your work?
Never really thought about it as using math, but the blanket itself, I have to make sure that it's about the same size. So a blanket's either 1.5 yards or 2 yards long. Because of the different types of fabric and manufacturers, it varies by who made it, how wide it is. So I use math to determine how many fringe goes on the edge of a blanket. Don't ask me how many because I haven't counted. I just know that one blanket that is 2 yards long requires 1/2 yard of fabric to do the fringe. So each fringe is about 1/2 inch wide.
Wow.
And now it's time for Heart of a Lion. We at the Tiberius Show like living with the heart of a lion. Living with the heart of a lion stands for leadership, integrity, obedience, and nobility.
This week we are going to talk about obedience. For me, I think obedience is being fully committed to doing what is pleasing to God. The components of obedience are compliance with a good attitude and respect for the laws. You know when someone is obedient when they follow instructions willingly and thoroughly. I normally talk how I have seen or done limestone qualities, but today, however, I have to admit I had an issue with obedience. It's hard for me to admit, but my parents felt I needed to talk about it. I was talking in class and reading while the teacher was trying to teach. I misbehaved while lining up to go to the library too. I had a number of chances to change my behavior, but I did not. My teacher sent an email to my parents letting them know what was going on at school. I had to face a number of consequences for the choices that I made. I think the hardest one was having to tell all my listeners that I have not been very strong at school. Obedience is a hard one for me because I like to do what I want to do. But to be a good example, I have to admit that I fell short of being obedient. I have admitted my fault and executed the consequences of my choices. I promise to work harder at being obedient so that I can earn my electronics back and show my teacher that I am truly sorry by changing my behavior. So Michelle, did you see or use obedience at all this week?
I, like you, believe that obedience is something that we show to God. It's one of God's principles in how we teach us. And my obedience kind of goes along with that. So God has commanded us in the 10 Commandments to not lie, not cheat, not steal, to honor Him, to honor our parents. And those are all things that I feel that I've done really well this week. So I haven't lied, I haven't cheated, I haven't stolen anything. And I think that I've done a pretty good job with obedience this week.
Okay. So of all the Heart of a Lion virtues, which is your favorite?
Oh, I was thinking about that for a minute, and I think that they're all fantastic. They're all fantastic virtues, but integrity is probably the most important, because when you have integrity, you are obedient, and you are loyal, and you are noble. So you have all of those qualities when you have integrity. Mm-hmm. And I think it's very brave that you were able to talk about something that happened and something that was hard, because that means that you're willing to change and try and do better.
And that's our show, folks. I want to thank the one, the only, the amazing Michelle Neal for visiting me on my show. It has been so much fun talking with you today. And thank you so much for a new blanket. I will bundle up in it tonight when I go to bed.
Thank you, Tiberius, for letting me come on the show and talk to you about the Blanket Project. So I wanted to give your listeners my Facebook page again. That's where I can be found. It is the Blanket Project, Inc. That's my Facebook group page. And my phone number for anybody that that's in the Orlando metro area that would like to set up a blanket party. The phone number to call for that is 352-403-1976. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And be sure to listen to us next week on the Tiberius Show. The host, Tiberius Boy!
The Tiberius Show is not filmed in front of a live studio audience. Executive producer, Joseph Boyd. Production editor, Pierre Laguerre. Green Room manager, Danny Boyd. and your program host, Tiberius Boy. The Tiberius Show is copyright 2018.